My name is Bruce Cain. I'm editor of New Age Citizen website, and I'm the author of the Marijuana Re-Legalization Policy Project model, otherwise known as MERP. Along with Dennis Peron, I was one of the earliest activists opposing Proposition 19, otherwise known as the Marijuana Tax Control and Regulate Initiative. Dennis and I both have predicted that Prop 19 will result in the eradication of dispensaries, home grows, and a rise in marijuana arrests. Prop 19 was launched by Oaksterdam's Richard Lee, and we both feel that Prop 19 will result in the monopolization of the marijuana industry by people such as Wilcox, who's on the board of Oaksterdam. Wilcox hopes to secure one of the open mega-grows should it pass this November. Prop 19 is a Trojan horse proposal that will monopolize production of marijuana to highly controlled facilities so that cities can force you to pay prohibition-level prices in order that they can use the revenue to pay for their underfunded pensions at the expense of cannabis consumers. In order to achieve this goal, it will be imperative that all home growing is quickly stopped. We're seeing similar actions occurring in Colorado, Arizona, New Jersey, Michigan, and many other states. We actually feel this is being orchestrated at a much higher level. Just before my friend Jack Hare had his fatal heart attack at Hempstock in October of 2009, his last words were basically, "Not a fucking dollar of taxes should go to the government for the cultivation of marijuana." Around August of 2010, Brenda Kirschenbaum, who provided financing for Jack's book, The Emperor Wears No Clothes, asked if I could set up a working group to oppose Proposition 19. And I'm proud to say that we have assembled some of the smartest activists in the movement, including David Haytrick of the Hemp Museum, Dragonfly De La Ruse, Letitia Pepper, who's an attorney, great attorney, Konrad Kaczynski, the son of Ron Kaczynski, who sent President Clinton a quarter pound of marijuana in the mid-90s, Patricia Weber, Divine Sanctuary, and there's a growing list of people that are helping out with this. If you live in California, I highly recommend that you read through their writings in opposition to Prop 19. I'll provide that link in the information section accompanying this video. You'll find it under No on Prop 19, Yes on CCHH and MERP. We are united by the belief that the right to grow and consume marijuana is an inalienable right, and that self-cultivation should not be taxed, regulated, or limited in any way. This is essentially the MERP model, or what some people refer to as the tomato model, because we'd really like to see it eventually grown amongst the beets and red tomatoes in gardens across America. The rationale for this can be expressed in the following syllogism. One, marijuana is one of nature's safest herbs, and it is far less danger than beer, cigarettes, and many other pharmaceutical drugs. Two, beer and wine can both be produced in the home without any significant taxation or regulation. And the conclusion of the syllogism, therefore, is that marijuana should also be allowed to be grown in our homes and gardens without any taxation or regulation. This isn't, this is pretty much a no-brainer. It is only through Jack Hare's CCHH initiative and MERP that three important goals can be achieved. One of those is to provide cheap medicine for the sick and the poor. The second is to destroy the Mexican drug cartels that make as much as 70% of their profit from marijuana. And the third, which may be one of the more important ones, is to forever stop any further home invasions by police instigating grass stings, or as I like to call them, pigs. Prop 19 will never achieve any of these important goals. And as far as I'm concerned, only a dumb stoner would ever consider voting for Prop 19. Unfortunately, NORML, the Drug Policy Alliance, the Marijuana Policy Project have lined up behind Prop 19, which is clear evidence that they're either dumb stoners or they're in on the scam to monopolize the cultivation and sale of our sacred plant. In any case, please take the time to read through the articles contained in the links that I'll provide, and for a more in-depth understanding as to how NORML, Drug Policy Alliance, and the Marijuana Policy Project have betrayed the re-legalization movement, please read through the 50 articles that I have written at the MERP link. And finally, click on the link to sign the MERP petition to end marijuana prohibition nationwide through a special joint session of Congress. And, you know, in the discussion of Prop 19, one of the things people have pointed out is that as long as the federal government has marijuana on the Controlled Substances Act, that they will always have the right to crash the party, even if Prop 19 is passed. One of the things that MERP does is it demands that marijuana is taken completely off, completely descheduled, as Dennis Perone puts it, from the Controlled Substances Act. And finally, click on the link to sign the petition to end marijuana prohibition nationwide through a joint session of Congress. Each signature will send letters to your federal representatives, and a separate letter will be sent to President Obama, our admitted drug user and chief hypocrite, who is now insisting through the Attorney General Holder that they will come after marijuana users even if Prop 19 passes. I'll also let you know that I'm considering forming an informal weed party, kind of a answer to the Tea Party, which I think is, you know, a joke. And I'm also thinking is running as a write-in candidate for the presidency in 2012. I've already drafted a set of policy planks that go well beyond the issue of marijuana. I think it would be silly to think of running for an office like this without a wider agenda. And you'll find more information under that under the link New Agenda for America. Anyway, it's coming close to trick-or-treat time, so you know, don't be tricked by voting on Prop 19. It's a Trojan horse that will tie the marijuana re-legalization movement into a Gordian knot for at least the next 10 to 20 years. That is not just my opinion. So please, if you live in California, you know, read through the writings that I've talked about here, and you know, consider wherever you are to join our working group so that we can legalize marijuana cultivation throughout the United States and hopefully throughout the planet without any taxation, without any regulation. And that's basically the MERP model, and I think it's a truly doable thing. I think the trick is we have to get, you know, the activists behind this. I've been studying this for over 20 years. I'm fully cognizant of what needs to be done to end this once and for all, and I think it's quite doable. So anyway, please at least take the time to read through the links, educate yourself, make an informed vote if you happen to live in California, and if not, you know, do what you can to help us you know, end marijuana prohibition once and for all throughout the country and throughout the world. You'll find that my MERP articles are translatable into about 30 different languages, so anybody throughout the planet can get involved in this. Anyway, that's it for now. There will be further videos. Thanks a lot. This is Bruce Cain.